But it was just in the middle of the recession, and the American didn't like me. So they decided that decided that I shouldn't go to the States, that they probably had somebody over there that would be able to do the job for me.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have a special guest joining from Florida, United States. So please, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Jean-Bertrand de Lartigue, and I worked for Motorola for 22 years.
Wow.
And yeah, and then I left Motorola and started my own company. And since then, I have created 3 companies. And the latest one is Reinvention, which is a company that is helping construction companies to achieve their vision.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
So now let's talk a little bit more about this journey. Why, if you have an amazing, comfortable career in corporate, why you decided that that you're gonna live this comfortable life and become an entrepreneur, which is something that is very risky thing to do.
It was quite risky, and it was not an easy decision. But I was living in Germany at the time, and I was the head of the German uh, uh, division for electronic and systems. And my wife didn't really like Germany. She was a little bit scared, and I was coming from the UK. So I said to them, I said, well, look, I have been here for a long time. Now it's time for me to go back to go back to the UK. Do you have anything for me there? And they say, oh, no, 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 but we have something in the States. Say, okay, fine. What do you have in the States? And they wanted me to be the finance director for worldwide division of automotive and telematic at the time. But it was just in the middle of the recession, and the American didn't like me. So they decided decided that I shouldn't go to the States, that they probably had somebody over there that would be able to do the job for me. So I said, well, so what do we do? Say, oh, well, you stay in Munich. I said, no, I don't want to stay in Munich. I want to go back to the UK. I said, well, you go back to the UK and you travel every week to Munich. I said,
Wow.
well, no, I'm not interested in that. I'm too old for that. So thank you very much. So I say, what about you give me a little bit of money and I will leave? So I did. And that was quite a shock when I when I find myself alone without anybody around me to do the job that I was doing,
Wow.
that I was expecting them to do. But I mean, I was on my own, and so I had to reinvent myself.
Wow. So then let's talk about this process of reinvention, right? I think that we sometimes in life, and we have, for example, now COVID, that a lot of entrepreneurs have been forced to reinvent themselves and to change the business model and to adapt to the new marketplace. What what advice do you have for entrepreneurs out there that at some point on their life, because of advance on technology or for external reasons like COVID, all of a sudden the business it doesn't work anymore, and they have to come back in a different way with a new product and with a different idea. Which advice do you have for these entrepreneurs?
Well, to be proactive, that's the first thing that I would say is important. Is then they should be resilient because it's tough out there, and success doesn't come without anything. So you have to work hard to succeed. So work hard, be proactive, clarify what you want to do, have a vision, and don't do it yourself. I mean, that's the mistake that a lot of people are doing. You just say, oh, well, I am good enough, I can do everything myself. No, you can't. You need to have a team around you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will never succeed.
But
So that would be my advice. And my advice also is you will need money.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it's the money is very important.
Mhm.
So how do you do that? I mean, do you spend your own money? Yeah, but it's limited. So you will have to think of borrowing money from somebody. I will start with friends and families because it's much easier. And they know you, they are confident in what you are doing, they know that you were successful before. So, just do that. Just go to the family, just say, well, help me, please. If that doesn't work, or if it's not enough, you can go to business angels.
Mhm.
Uh, and that if you can get it, I mean, this is, I think you should re-plan what you have to do and what you want to achieve. Because without money, you can do it. And if you count on banks to loan you money, well, they will, maybe, maybe not. But this will be my last resort to go and loan and get a loan from the banks. They are difficult to deal with. They don't care if you fail because they will probably get their money somewhere else, and they will put you down.
You
So
have to take the box with them, right? With the banks, yeah?
yeah,
If
yeah.
you're not
So
inside this box that they have to take, you are out, right?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. But if you are successful in raising the money you need, that's good. But you will need more money. And then, that's when you should go to the venture capitals.
Mhm.
Because that is a time to grow your enterprise and to do something different. And you can't do it with your own money. You can't do it with your family money. That's not possible because you need much more than that.
Yeah. And
That's
then
basically my advice to them.
so then, because in this podcast series of podcasts that we're doing non-stop, we are projecting to interview over 5,000 entrepreneurs. 1 out of 5, I will say, that come to the podcast are tech entrepreneurs. So what we are positive and confident that the technology space is a place that you can become really, really wealthy. However, like you said before, when it comes to technology, the money of your family and friends is gonna finish really, really quick, and because it's expensive to develop the product. So, what was the first product that you decide that you're gonna launch from your after 20 years, Motorola and all those giant technology company? So, which product do you decide that it was good to create, and why, and what made you think that people will buy that product?
Well, when I was at Motorola, we just implemented an HR software. And I thought it was brilliant. I really liked it. But I said, well, small and medium-sized company will never be able to afford such an expense. So what if I buy the software and implement the software in small size companies.
So you decide that this software you're gonna use as software as a service, a SaaS company, and to offer to all different companies.
Yeah, to small size companies.
Yeah,
Well,
why
that was foolish, you know. That was really foolish. But I didn't know at the time.
yeah. But this is a very good lesson. This is what happened with entrepreneurs, and we have and it's part of the journey, because we tech entrepreneurs. What we find, I also invest in tech companies, and usually what we find is that ideally people what they think they do. Oh, this software is brilliant. Let me create this product. Let me put all my money, my effort, my resources creating the software. And then after the product is ready, oh my God, you realize that you need 80% of the money, time, and effort is to market that software and to try to make it what we call a product market fit, because it's never what you design, it's what the clients want to buy, right?
What the market wants, you know.
Yeah.
And
So then what happened? You went out to sell the software and nobody bought it?
Well, I mean, I had my wife, you know, and she started to say, "What about the house?" Well, say, "Well, I mean, you know, we have enough money, we have good house. Don't worry about it." And she says, "Yes, I'm worrying sick, you know."
A tech company will eat your house, will eat all
Exactly,
your portfolio, will eat your life. It's very expensive, right?
exactly. But you know, I found out very quickly that not only the small size company didn't want the software for their HR, but they didn't know what HR was, and they didn't know what strategy was. So I said, so why do I do that then? Why don't I do something that will be less expensive and will work, because it's what I know how to do is to set strategies for them. So I started to do that. And then that was my first consulting firm that I changed from a software SAS company to a consulting firm. And then I said, well, I don't want to be on my own. This doesn't work. I'm bored. I need to have people around me. So what I did is I invented a sort of a franchise, you know. And I said, well, if you work with me, you can have your own company. You can do whatever you want, but you do it according to a set of rules. And we defined the rules to work together. And little after little, we opened a very nice technology consulting firm with two of my friends from Motorola, two of my old friends from Motorola.
Wow.
And that was fantastic. I mean, you know, that was really good. I really enjoyed it. And then I had a friend in France that called me and he said, well, we need a chairman. So you need a chairman for what? Say, well, we are launching a VR company and we need somebody to guide us.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.